Hello everybody, welcome back to another Let's Play episode with, this is RockHound777, and we are standing over on a hill next to our base, and I realized that in the last couple episodes that we've been doing, I've been up on the floating citadel there making changes, doing stuff, and if there was anybody new watching, they wouldn't realize that it was actually up in the air, or how it was built, or what it looked like, because I've never actually taken a moment to step back and view it from a distance. Here we're watching as the sun is setting, kind of get a cool view on it up there in the air. And I'm thinking that from now on, either when I begin an episode or I end an episode, we'll come back here and we'll take a look and see what kind of progress we've been making, because it really is something cool to look at from a distance. When you're up there, you can't really tell that much what's going on if you haven't seen this before. So this is the top of the hill. I think I'll probably this is a pretty cool lookout position, and I think I'm going to build some kind of a watchtower, some kind of a lookout tower that we can, like I said, start or end on and get a view of the surrounding area and what we've accomplished and what the perspective looks like. So I have got a couple plans as far as what to do this episode, and I will let me go ahead and run this way. I was gonna just cut to being up there on the floating island, but let me run this way just in case anybody's watching that hasn't seen this before. I've got a little mine entrance over here, and that has inside of it an entrance to our nether portal network, which will take me up there. And it's kind of puzzling to somehow how I get up there to that island, because there's no ladder or way to throw an ender pearl up there. I don't even have any ender pearls yet, other than the handful that I've collected from fighting the various endermen that have spawned in the area. Okay, that's a weird glitch where the minecart doesn't show up until after you touch it. So we've got a little railway system here in the nether where we just go upward. Then I've got a safe fall from the island down to the ground, so I just kick the minecart back down there so it's ready the next time. Oh, no. God dang it. Stupid creepers. All the time. It doesn't matter how often I light stuff up, there's still creepers. Now this is going to be a problem. Look at that. He blasted my portal out. He messed up this. What a pain. I'm going to break this just so I can make sure I get a full layer of dirt underneath there. And I wanted to make this look like a part of the roadway or entrance to the fortress there that had been ripped up out of the ground. It also served as a nice spot, or as a locator spot, to hit my safe fall down there. And I don't know. Let's see. I'll have to try that. That looks about right to me. It's a pretty small area. Anyway, let's take a look at what I've done. Now, I recorded. I've got a full list of things to do over here, and I recorded a whole episode of myself building this. This is one of the big things on the list. Is a piston door that is an entrance to the keep. And I recorded that. I actually edited the video together. I was going to upload it, and I listened to it, and the audio was really not very good. You could hear me breathing in the microphone. I sounded like Darth Vader. I also sounded like I was half asleep, probably because I was. It was late when I recorded it, and I just was not very happy with it. So I didn't upload it, and I guess I'll just show you here. That is the entrance I made. It's a pretty simple piston entrance. Got this one that goes down, that one that goes up, and the 3 to pull to the sides. And all the wiring is stashed back here behind the walls and under the floor. So if you want me to do a tutorial on how I made that, let me know. I'd be happy to, but as it stands right now, I'll just show you this is what I built, and let's move on from there. I was doing a little test here on netherwart to see if it grew. I also made some progress with putting in floors in these towers, and it's really difficult with a tower this size to get from one floor to the other without ladders, and it's not very accurate. I don't think, if I'm looking at this as some kind of actual structure that somebody would use, I don't think they'd have to climb ladders, although a narrow staircase might be acceptable. So I've got another archway here, or not an archway, a pathway from that tower into the top floor of this big tower, and I'll make some kind of a chapel up here, maybe a library there. And I've got up to this point done. I don't know if I'll go any higher. I honestly am just going to be decorating these floors just for the sake of decorating them, because I'd like to make them look nice. This is the bedroom, obviously, and I will get that sorted out later as well. But right now, let me go down here. What I thought we'd do. Oh, hold on one second. Had a heater next to me kick on. It's crazy loud. Okay, what I thought we'd do is actually go ahead and start working on that second island. And it's just one of those things that I kind of want to get to the point where it's done and move on, because I've been talking about it for a long time, and it's one of the main features of our primary build here. You'll notice I replaced some of the buttons around here with wooden buttons, and I was doing some reading on those, and it does allow you to actually hit the button with an arrow, and the button will stay active until the arrow despawns. But one of the other things that's interesting about wooden buttons is they actually stay on a little bit longer than stone buttons. Like I think stone buttons are 1 second, and these are 1.5, and it just makes it easier to get through the door and do what you need to do before they close on you. So that's kind of a nice feature. Plus, it's not like they're going to be affected by any of the mobs. It's just a visual thing, whether or not you like the aesthetics of a wooden button versus a stone button. And it's not as good. It's not hidden or anything. You can see it a lot easier, but it does function a bit better. So if we're going to start on that island, I think the main thing we need to grab to begin with is dirt. Need lots of dirt. Let me throw this other junk in the chest. And these things. I guess I'll put the buttons in here. Slabs. Got a bunch of bones. I got all kinds of stuff going on. Just filling up my inventory. Okay. But with this storage setup, it's really easy, and quick to get stuff put away. Got some redstone torches. I was doing a little test. That's why I had the redstone. I'm not sure what I had the torches for. I was doing a test with the redstone and with some my mind just went blank. What are these things called? Pressure plates, obviously. I was doing a test with some pressure plates, both the wood and the stone, to see if they acted like the buttons and had a different delay time. And it looks like no. It looks like they're the same for both. Alright, so we've got a bunch of dirt. Let's get some more. I've got plenty, so it's not going to be a hardship. I'm going to grab some, make sure I have some wood in case I need torches. And I've got 64 coal, so I should be good. I've got flint and steel, so that we can light the, was that a creeper? That was a creeper. Where did he... Oh, god dang it. Well, now you can see the insides of how the door worked. That's frustrating. I'm not sure where he came from. Let's look up here. He fell down. This is a handy tool. Basically, well, right there maybe. Must have knocked some torches off the wall when I was building this staircase. Any place with a light that's second line up from the bottom toward the right side, you see that there's a BL, and right now it says 12, 11, 10, 9. Anywhere where it says 7 or less, a hostile mob can spawn. And I thought I had everything lit up well here. Yeah, that looks like it's good. Oh, right there. You run around here one more time. And then I'm gonna have to go fix what that stupid creeper messed up. Let's go see what kind of... Oh, I need some sticky pistons too. Do I have any, please? I've got 5 regular pistons. Extra dirt. Hopefully that'll be enough. I didn't see how many got destroyed. I'll come back in here in a minute and get that dirt. It shouldn't take me... I think the despawn time on stuff is, what is it, 5 minutes? I think it's 5 minutes. Still work, please. Okay. One more. Ah, excellent. They all still extend. Now, how about this one down here? Yes. I'm gonna have to get a couple more slabs and such. Oh. That's all good. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Maybe it is too bad. Huh. That must be because I put one of the blocks on. what's going on. Okay, I'm back. I've got this repaired from the stupid creeper. Obviously it's a little ugly at the moment, but I thought I'd leave it open so you could see some of the stuff that's going on over here. I've got the power comes up here. It says powered on now, and you can see power goes to this block, gets carried to here, which powers that piston. The redstone dot powers that. This is shut off now, which lets this torch stay lit, which powers this piston. And the actually, it doesn't power this piston. This powers, I think I could probably break this. No, it's holding the redstone. That's what it's doing. All that block is doing is holding the redstone for the for the top of it. So this torch is powering that block up there, which powers that redstone. That redstone powers this piston, as well as traveling up and powering the top piston. The other side is essentially a mirror image of this. It doesn't have the top stuff, or doesn't, I think it might have put it in, but it doesn't need it. If it's there, it's redundant. Anyway, this side is essentially just powering these three. This is powering these three in the top. The bottom's all buried under here. When you step on the pressure plate, it goes through a NOR. It goes through a NOR gate. Shuts the goes through an inverter, shuts the power off, pulls everything back. There you go. Like I said, if you're interested in it, I can do a tutorial. There's probably some out there that are very similar builds, but let's get this covered back up so it's not ugly. There we go. Good as new. All right. Let me throw all this stuff back away, and then we'll go do what we said we were going to do. Okay, we're back. I'm back down on the ground. Here's what I'm thinking. Gotta find a location that we're happy with for the base of this next island. And looking straight up like this, I decided I want it to connect to that tower. So I'm gonna go right in this area. I'm thinking this is good, right about. It's going to be a smaller island, but I don't want it to touch. It's hard to tell from here, but I think this is good. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. See what we get when we get up there, as far as distance goes. I think I'm going to make this one a little bit higher than that other island. And the plan is to have enough, looking good so far, the plan is to have enough dirt left to make a little pathway over to there temporarily, so that we don't have to jump down, because that's not going to end very well. I've made an error in my calculations. I just realized I've got a bunch of dirt and no stone. What I want is stone and not dirt. So, oh, this isn't starting out well. But I think this is about the location where I want to start the island. See, it's a little bit higher, and it's a good distance. So I'm going to head this way, and I will be back in just a minute. Okay, we're back. We've got a bunch of stone. I've also grabbed the small pile of coal ore that I have, because I have been talking about, or thinking about anyway, including some ores and other things into the sides of this island to make it look more realistic and more visually interesting. So let's go ahead, and this didn't take very long to get over there. It's seems like a good distance, but let's go ahead and get started. Let me look. Maybe I'm just rough estimating here. It looks like we're probably about 15 levels higher than that. I'm going to try to make the ground level of this island about even with the top of that wall on the island over there. And the key, I think, to these, I'm pretty happy with the way the other one turned out. And the key, of course, is to, oops, oh well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Keep things randomized somewhat. Obviously, this needs to be a full so this is what I do. I'll just start with some basic shapes and work my way up. I don't know, this is probably not the best way necessarily to do this. I'm not sure. I've just developed how to do this myself, but I'm pretty happy with the way the first one turned out, so I'll go ahead and do the same thing for this. So I'll alternate single layers on that, and probably not making sense because it's more of a just make it up as you go type of thing. So here I'll go out another layer and meet up with this is the type of thing where I stop talking very much because I'm just looking at how it's all fitting together. What I'm going to try to do is avoid what's going on here and here. A little bit here is it starts to turn into a square really fast if you're not careful. So watch out for that if you're building one of these. Just make sure you go out and at random intervals. Try to keep it roughly round shape unless you're going for a square chunk. It's one of those things where you just have to look at it as you're building it and see what exactly is happening with the rough outline of the shape. And if you're trying to follow what I'm doing exactly, you'll see that it is really random. And I'm trying to notice where I've gone up to some locations and make sure it doesn't happen in the same location very much. You'll end up with a really sharp cliff face. See, like right here, I'm getting 3. I'm going to go ahead and go out one there and there. already taking shape. It comes together pretty quick when you start building it. Like a lot of things like this, it kind of turns into not necessarily what you had planned, but it turns into what it wants to be, if that makes sense. If anybody's done some sculpting or other creative things, sometimes something that you're working on starts to take a form that you're not necessarily planned, but almost what it wants to be. And that's kind of the way this is. It'll take a shape, and it's often best just to work with it rather than try to force it into what you want. Okay, getting pretty square here. I'm going to go out. Oh, uh-oh. Ooh. That was close. Okay, that might be a good... I'm not sure what it's looking like on time. I've kind of lost track at this point, but let's take a step back and look. That looks like it's coming together pretty well. It's a nice organic shape. There's a couple sharp corners here and there I might like to take off. Let me see, like right here. I'll get rid of that one. If I can reach, I'll get rid of that one there. Maybe one of these. Have to fix that hole when I get back up inside of it. Alright. Yeah, I think I can get that one. Hold on. There we go. Let's see if that made any difference from over here. Yeah, I like that better. I'm getting kind of a line right there that I'm not that happy with. The shadows will make a weird spot, but I got a few of those here and there on this island, and doesn't affect it that much. But we've got a start. We're gonna go ahead and go up. I think right now it looks like it's gonna be a little taller than I was expecting, and I could go down and build up from there, but this is a pretty good spot to start. So I'm gonna stick with this, and I will work on this a little bit off camera, not too much, because I think this is a pretty fun project, and I will be back with you soon. Thanks for watching.